Hello. Okay. We're going to talk about confidence and how when we connect confidence to other people's opinions, we get in trouble. And let me tell you, like, demonstrate how that happens, right? So I have two models here. This is you, okay? You are thinking about something that you got feedback on, okay? So this is the person who gave you feedback on how you show up. And this, so you said something here, that's a fact for them, right? This is their model. This is what's happening for them. There you go, let's see that. Can you see that? So you said something to them. It doesn't even matter what you said. They might think, right? They might think, this is just our guess, she is too direct, okay? So they might then feel, if they don't like that, they think they're offended. Didn't finish that word, offended. And then they are saying to you, or like indirectly in the evaluation, they might say, she is too straightforward, right? So this is what we know for sure they've said, right? Because we heard them say that, or we saw that written somewhere, right? So that's something that somebody else said about you, okay? Which we cannot control, unfortunately, right? We can never, I mean, we try to, but honestly, we can't control that because it's not what we say that controls it, it's what they think about it, right? Okay, so then when we hear that or read that, they say she's too straightforward. What you've made it mean so far, just based on what you've told me, is I need to change the way I behave or the way I speak to them, okay? So if you think that thought, my guess is you feel doubtful, right? About yourself, like you're second guessing how you've been showing up. So you're like, maybe I'll change it, right? Now every time that something comes up, you like kind of pause and like, how can I say that better so that they're not thinking that, right? Because you don't want them thinking this and saying that, okay? That's your, like, oh no, they think that, I shouldn't be straightforward, okay? So you feel doubtful, and how you show up when you're doubtful, you are second guessing. You're less likely to speak your mind, which is what you told me, right? Which is how you kind of described your confidence, kind of like with age, as you get older, maybe that's why you said, and because I got negative feedback, I have been less likely to speak my mind. Okay, so that speaking your mind is not coming from negative feedback, okay? It's coming from your feeling of doubtful, and that feeling of doubt is coming from your thought, I need to change how I'm behaving, okay? So it does not come from the feedback, negative feedback, because what you make the negative feedback mean dictates how you feel and how you show up, okay? So when you are less likely to speak your mind, right, you are second guessing yourself, you might not say exactly what you want or how you want it, or not be as honest, not be straightforward. And when you do all those things, what you create for yourself in your life is, I'm not showing up as myself, which is straightforward and confident, okay? And so what we tend to think is that, oh, I'm not showing up as confident because I got negative feedback. But what I want to show you here is that when you got that feedback, you decided that it's negative, and you decided that you need to not do that so that they don't say that, okay? So when we get into the whole dance of, okay, I want to change how I'm behaving so that people like me, you're always going to be toning yourself down. You're going to be filtering everything you say. You're not going to be straightforward. You're not going to be honest. You're not going to be confident, because it's really hard to be yourself and not upset someone, okay? So then, of course, you're going to be toning yourself down, right? And the bummer is you still can't control what they think. Even if you tone yourself down, there'll still be that one person who says, oh, that was too honest. Like, come on, like she shouldn't have said that, right? So do you see how this whole dance, you're never gonna win. There's always gonna be someone who has the thought about you that they don't like you, and you can't change that, right? Okay? And so what are our options, right? When this is our options, okay? I'm gonna erase that, and I'm gonna show you, right? Because we can't change any of this. This is someone else. We can't change what they think, we can't change what they feel, and we cannot change what they say. This stuff is going to happen all the time, okay? That goes into our facts line, our circumstances. We can't change that. That's just there all the time, okay? But good news, you can change how you think, what you think about it, because what you think about it will create your feeling, and that will create how you show up at work, in life, okay? And this is so often misunderstood as positive thinking. Well, let's just think like it's a great thing that they said that, right? This is where you're still believing that this is a negative thing, okay? What I want to suggest that this is not good and not bad. It's just their opinion. Because how do we know that? If someone said that to me, Natalia, you're too straightforward, I would be so proud of myself. I want to be too straightforward. I want to be honest. I want to be more confident. I want people to be upset about what I'm saying, because you know what that means? That I'm actually standing for something and I am speaking what I truly believe. And when I do that, there are 100 people who love that. There's one person who's upset, who doesn't like what I'm saying, but I'm so proud of myself for being more me, because that's what people want to hear. Okay? So that's a great thing to me. That's a compliment. Tell me more. I want to be the most direct person ever, right? Because I'm cutting out all the bullshit, right? But I'm a life coach, so I have really trained myself to be okay with people being wrong about me. That means they might think something like, oh, wow, I don't like her, or I don't like what she's saying, and I don't approve, and all the things they might have, all the judgments about me. I'm okay with them not liking me. That's okay, okay? Because I have chosen on purpose what I want to think about me, what I want to believe about me, okay? And so then I don't need them to like me for me to feel like it's okay, right? So I'm not toning myself down, and I'm not being less honest and less direct, right? So again, that's a totally neutral comment, but I make it mean like a compliment to me, and you might mean like that you shouldn't be that direct so people don't get offended, okay? So do you see how the thought is what really is the solution and the problem, okay? And I'm not suggesting that you go to my model and say, yeah, I love it, I want to be too direct and too straightforward. No, what do you actually want to? What would you, if of all the things you could pick, how would you want to feel when someone says to you, she's too straightforward, she's too honest? You could feel curious, oh, I wonder why they're saying that, or you could feel understanding. I totally get how they think that. I am kind of a little bit straightforward, right? You could choose to feel any sort of thing, and I will address that with you today, but it is up to you, right? You have to find what works for you. Who do you want to be? You get to decide that. It's not just who you already are. You can decide who you want to be when someone says that to you. Hey, you know what? I want to be a manager who gets the job done. If that upsets some people, that's totally fine, because I stand by my own decisions and what I say and how I say it. And if some people don't like it, that's totally fine, right? They're not the manager, they don't get to decide, and they don't have to like me, right? This is what I always think about my kids, they don't have to like me, right? Sometimes they will not like me because they're making them do all this stuff, right? Like, Mom, I don't want to brush my teeth. I'm like, that's great, you don't have to like brushing teeth. We're still brushing teeth, right? Same for you. All my employees and people under me, even my boss, they don't have to like me, right? So play around with that idea, how that's true, and how them liking you or not liking you has nothing to do with you. You still get to decide how you feel about that, okay? So what do you want this to be? What do you want to think about it? What do you want to feel about it, right? And if you, let's say you came to me for confidence, if you want that to feel confident here, right? What do you need to think here to feel confident? This doesn't change. They still think you're too straightforward. This is the key. We're not changing the circumstance. In your next job, I bet there will be at least one person who thinks you're too straightforward. Or there might be people who think, oh my gosh, she's not speaking up her mind. She's too shy, right? Because you're showing up in not confident way, because you're toning yourself down. So there will be all the opinions that people are having, and you're going to get them in evaluations, right? So you will have to do this for yourself and decide, what do I need to think to be really, truly be confident? Like, this is who I am, right? This could be a thought for you. This is just who I am, and I'm okay with them being upset, right? All right, like another 10 minutes video. All right, I'll see you tonight, this afternoon. Bye.